Hi, everybody. Happy Friday. I decided to come on here because I don't know that I'm going to have time tomorrow to do this. So I'm having sort of a weird variable schedule where I think I'm going to have time and then I realize I need to be doing something else. So I'm not sure that I'm going to be able to do a live tomorrow. And I did promise you guys a green little program preview, review, whatever you want to call it for the new Weight Watchers MyWW programs that are rolling out in November, allegedly. So, just my little disclaimer, I don't work for WW. I'm not being paid by them. I have not been sent by them any program materials. These are all things that my subscribers and friends of mine over on Instagram have sent me, and they know who they are. They've asked that they not be named, and information that I have gotten from people that do work for WW that have put stuff out there. There's actually a lot of people over on Instagram that are putting out their own information. My whole objective is just to research this myself and kind of share it with you. I got really excited when I heard they were changing the program. So I rejoined and now I just want to kind of look into what they're doing differently. So when the rollout comes, I can choose a program that seems to kind of fit. I noticed when we went to Freestyle in 2018. Was it 2018, you guys? When we went to Freestyle, yeah. I felt like maybe it was not explained very well in the meetings, at least in my meeting, and so I don't want to generalize, but we didn't get an in-depth review or idea of how to work the program. It was kind of on our own to figure that out. And so over time, I felt like the meeting leaders, which are now called coaches, we were kind of learning with them. And it wasn't really until this year that they started to talk more about portion sizes and that sort of thing, and reducing your 0 point foods along with your pointed foods as your weight goes down. That was something new that our coaches started talking about this year. um, so I feel like as we went along we got more information. So for myself, I've been researching just for my own info and I wanted to share it with you guys. um, Thank you, Ruby, that's so sweet. Hi, guys. Thanks for joining me. I know this is impromptu. So, I do a lot of impromptu lives just based on my own schedule. And my weekends are really busy with church stuff. And then I work Monday through Friday. So, I try to get on here to give you the information I tell you I'm going to give you, but I'm not really very good at scheduling things. So, I know, Moses, say hi. It's dinner time. So they're following the Pied Piper to dinner. Excuse the lighting in here. I've got to work on my lighting. I actually ordered a little dusk ring light. So, okay, so let's get to the information. I told you all a little bit about purple the other day. Let me read to you kind of a little bit about purple as a recap. So, the new purple plan is not simply filling, which is what we thought it might be. To me, the purple plan seems more like a very tweaked freestyle. So the purple plan gives you 300 0 point foods, including fruits, veggies, lean proteins, and whole grains. And then it also gives you a daily point allowance that is customized to you, along with weekly points that are customized to you, and you still have your rollovers and activity points. I went over the 300 0 point food list the other day on my channel as well as I could. I tried to read it to you guys. Couple clarifications. There is squash on the 0 point food list for purple. I know we had talked a little bit about that. I was kind of wondering about that. And I think I just read over it because it's under non-starchy vegetables. So I tried a day of purple eating yesterday, and I had a ceiling of 16 smart points for myself. Now I am out of weeklies because it was my birthday last weekend. So I think that the purple plan for myself would be very challenging without weeklies and activity points. And then also, I gave myself 16. I think probably with my height and weight, they would give me more daily points than 16, but I could be wrong. Okay. So a lot of this is just sort of research and theory on my part. And, you know, a lot of it is based on the information that I have been sent. So, anyway, I didn't know if there were any other purple. Um, Mhm. Eileen says that her leader said there was a new program coming out, but her lips were sealed. Yes, and the leaders, they have to sign an NDA. The other thing I was thinking today was I'm not exactly sure how the leaders are going to roll these three programs out. Normally, what happens is they will do like, one meeting on the different programs, but this is three programs. So we all know freestyle. I guess they're going to take that into account, but I think they would have to go over freestyle as well in case they have new members that are starting freestyle for the first time. But they're also going to have to talk about smart points and which is the green plan and the purple plan, the new purple plan. So I think that's going to be challenging for them. I think myself, if I were a leader or a coach, it would be quite a challenge to have to unveil or talk about three different plans. Hi, Anita. My friend Anita is on here. So anyway, that's the purple plan. I did it yesterday. And with just 16 smart points, there are quite a few things on the list to choose from on that plan, like the whole wheat pastas and potatoes and that sort of thing. So I really enjoyed it. It was great. I'm going to put that vlog up and then I'll put a list of the 0 point foods below the vlog in the drop down, the description box, so you guys can see what's on that list. So let's talk about the green program. And this is really the program that I'm excited about because it's the old Smart Points. Old, it looks almost identical to the Smart Points program. So this is my binder of Smart Points material. So I have a binder of Smart Points. I have a huge binder of Freestyle materials. This is my current binder. And then I also have two other binders that have all of my old materials in them. So I have been going through, I went through the Simply Filling information when I was going through the purple program. So I was looking through that. I also was looking through my old Simple Start for reference, which is more of the Simply Filling plan. But I was going through all of my Beyond the Scale Smart Point information. And from what I can tell, the new green plan is pretty much identical. And this is just my opinion. I don't know for sure, you guys. I'm just kind of relaying to our old Smart Points program. So let me tell you what they say about the green program. It's going to guide you towards a smaller list of foods that form the basis of healthy eating habits with a sizable Smart Point budget. In other words, your 0 point food list is going to be small, but your Smart Point, budget for the day is going to be big. It's going to be a big one. If I go to iTrack Bites right now and I do Smart Points, I have a daily budget of 39 Smart Points, but then my 0 point food list is smaller. I hope that makes sense. And you can see the difference when you compare that to Freestyle, where we have a very sizable 0 point food list and a lower daily allotment, right? And then the purple plan, you have a sizable 0 point food list and a very low daily allotment of Smart Points. So I hope that's making sense. Robin E., let me answer that question for you. So with the green plan, at a glance, if we talk about it, you're still going to get a daily amount of Smart Points. The lowest that they are going to give out is 30. Okay. I have no information right now on weekly Smart Points and how many they're going to give, like the lowest or the highest. I'm not sure how they're going to adjust those for people. But I do know the lowest on Smart Points is going to be, or on the green program, I'm going to say smart points and green, probably interchanging those two words, is going to be 30. Remember, purple is 16. That's the lowest. Okay. So you will have weekly smart points, rollovers, and daily smart points. I hope that kind of explains things. You'll have a 0-point food list. Let me tell you some of the things that are on the 0-point food list. Let me get to that little section. So, which vegetables are not 0-point? Starchy vegetables like corn, parsnips, peas, plantains, and potatoes will all have smart point values. So you can see the difference there from Freestyle, you guys. On Freestyle now, those vegetables are 0, the starchy vegetables like peas and corn. On the green program, you will count points for that. So in terms of vegetables that do not have points, those are your usual carrots, cauliflower, cauliflower rice, celery, chives, cilantro, coleslaw mix, collard greens, cucumbers, eggplant, endive, escarole, fennel, frozen stir-fry vegetables without the sauce, garlic ginger, green leaf lettuce, hearts of palm, iceberg lettuce, jicama, did I say that right? Kale. I don't know what kohlrabi is. Kohlrabi? Leeks, mint, mixed greens, mushrooms, mustard greens, Napa cabbage, nori, oak leaf lettuce, okra, onions, oregano, parsley, pea shoots, peppers, pickles, pico de gallo, pumpkin puree, which I'm very excited about, radishes, red leaf lettuce, romaine lettuce, rosemary, rutabaga, salsa that's fat-free, sauerkraut, scallion, shallots, spaghetti squash, very important, spinach, string beans, summer squash, Swiss chard, I never say that right, tarragon, thyme, tomatillos, tomato puree that's canned, tomato sauce that's canned, and those are the ones that don't have any oils or sugar, tomatoes, turnips, water chestnuts, wax beans, zucchini. Okay? Those are 0. I just gave you the whole list, you guys. The fruit. Somebody just asked me about fruit. Ah, fruit. How I love you. These are 0. 0 points on the green plan. Apples, applesauce that's unsweetened, apricots, bananas, blackberries, blueberries, cantaloupe, cherries, clementines, cranberries that are fresh, dragon fruit, figs that are fresh, frozen mixed berries that are unsweetened, fruit cocktail that's unsweetened, fruit salad that's unsweetened, grapes, grapefruit, guava, honeydew, kiwi, kumquats, lemons, limes, mangoes, Meyer lemons, nectarines, oranges, papaya, peaches, pears, persimmons, pineapples, plums, pomegranates, pomelo. What's a pomelo, you guys? Raspberries, starfruit, strawberries, tangerines, and watermelon. Okay. There you go. There's those 2 lists. And the last one is your non-starchy vegetables that are 0. Acorn squash, artichoke hearts with no oil, artichokes, arugula, asparagus, baby corn, the little baby corns. You know what those are, right? The bamboo shoots, basil, beets, beet greens, bok choy, broccoli, broccoli rabe, broccoli slaw, Brussels sprouts, butter bib lettuce, and butternut squash, and cabbage. All right, there's your list. What do you guys think? Pomelo is a great fruit. Thank you, Gabriella. Carry it's squash season. Yeah. So squash is on the 0-point food list for green. Okay. The green program, I had somebody ask me, how will they give us this information? They're going to give us a program guide. I'm not sure. Here's the thing. Are we going to tell them which program guide we want? Are they going to give us, I think they're probably going to give us all 3. That's what I'm seeing is a program guide that has all 3 programs in it, and then you pick the program that you want. I'm just wondering how chaotic my meeting is going to be that week, because I think people that haven't, already done a little research or kind of know what's going on, they're not going to want to know. Maybe they'll just tell them to stick with Freestyle for right now and then read through the plans and see if they want to switch. I don't know. As an educator, I'm not sure how I would roll something like this out. I'm sure they have a plan. Hopefully they have a plan. Michelle, yes. And what I'm seeing is that they're going to give all three, but they may change that. We will see. I'm not going to assume anything. Uh, Anything else that I can tell you? They're going to give you a 5-day menu plan that tells you how to do the green program. They're going to tell you about how to build a meal. So that's awesome. They'll give you the 0 point food list in this. And what I'm seeing is a guide that has all three plans. They are still calculating the points the same on calorie, saturated fat, protein, and sugar. Your Smart Points budget is personalized to you. That's what I talked about in a couple of videos ago, that they're personalizing all of this to you. There, like I said, weekly Smart Points and rollovers with flexibility. They do talk about mindset quite a bit. So really, if you think about it, those of you that have been on Smart Points before, raise your hand. Smart Points is the one that was the program before Freestyle. If you've been on that, if you've been on it, you know it. Basically, you count for everything except for the majority of fruits and vegetables. And there are some veggies, the starchy ones, that you do have to count for. You know, like if you have a sweet potato, that's not going to be 0 on green, but it is 0 on purple, you guys. Okay. So I hope that that sort of helps clarify the new green plan. Freestyle is not really changing. The blue plan is not changing. I know a lot of people were asking me, Amy, are you seeing anything about portion sizes on Freestyle? I know I had talked a little bit about that in my previous vlogs, that maybe they need to tweak Freestyle and let us only eat 4 eggs a day or something. It doesn't look like they're doing any of that. What they have done is they have tweaked it, and I believe that the purple plan is this tweaked version of Freestyle. It is like a Freestyle Simply Filling Baby. It's like Freestyle on steroids, Freestyle on crack. I mean, it's let's do this. I think the purple plan is pretty exciting. Now, you will have to plan. You will have to cook at home on that, it looks like. I don't know. I'm just surmising based on doing it. Today I'm doing it as well, and I have used 9 of my 16 points. So I have 7 points left for dinner, so I have to be really, really careful, especially because I don't have any weeklies. Now, if I had gone into the week knowing that I was going to do the purple plan, right, I would have saved, that's the mailman. It made me jump. I would have saved my weeklies, right? And used rollovers and activity points for my weekend. So, which is what we do on Freestyle as well, but your window is more narrow, you guys. I think that what they were realizing, and this is all just conjecture, okay? I think they realized that Freestyle, they had given us just too many points, too many 0 point foods and too many points. So it looks like to me they're reeling it back in. I had someone ask me about the science. Do they talk about the science? I don't have all that information. I have a very limited window into this info that was passed along to me, and I can just kind of give you a little preview, a little review for those of you that are thinking about, hey, do I want to come back to WW? Do I want to try the purple plan? To me, as someone, if I were new to WW, I would totally want to, hey, thank you guys. Oh, Anita. Anita is moderating for me. You know I love you, Anita. Thank you so much. Go check out Anita's video today. She talks about the WW changes, and she has a great spin on things. Go check her channel out at Chit Chat Paddywhack. She's awesome. Michelle Zerber, thank you for moderating for me as well. So I think if I were new to WW, I would totally be intrigued with the purple plan. I have a feeling that people with the purple plan, I feel like if you can work the purple plan, you're going to see some really good results. I don't know. I just have a really good feel about purple. Now, for me, I don't know. I probably am going to need to give purple a real good try and see if it's workable for my lifestyle. I ate out twice yesterday, you guys. So on the purple plan, I ate out twice, and you'll see it in my vlog. And that's difficult to do if you have not pre-planned, which is Weight Watchers. You guys know this, if you don't have the points available. So let me see. Okay, Anita, don't worry about the colors, my friend. You've got Freestyle, Smart Points, and a new plan. Freestyle is blue. Just think about, we are always seeing blue now. That's Freestyle. That's sort of your standard. And green is our old beloved Smart Points, and purple is the new plan. Purple is the new plan. So I'm gonna have to get rid of something. Okay, hold on. Let's see. Oh, thanks, Anita. Here, let me just hide him from our channel. Put user in timeout. There you go. Thank you, though. I know it's hard. I get interesting people on my channel. So let me see if there's any questions. Hi, Busy Bee. You were the first one that said hello. The green plan is the one I think I'm most interested, says Pat Wilson. Pat, did you ever do Smart Points, the old Smart Points? If you've done Smart Points before, green will just come very easily to you. If you just count and measure most everything except for your fruits and veggies, most of your fruits and veggies. Let's see, Michelle says that on Smart Points you had 30 points and on Freestyle you have 23. That's right. So if you go from Freestyle, just know your daily points are going to go up. Just like when we were all on Smart Points, all of a sudden our daily points dropped and we were like, what's going on? And then they gave us all of these 0-point foods. So just remember there's a little bit of a balance there. Charlene says that she needs some more structure. Pat, that's why you like the green plan, Smart Points, because it has more structure. I know Anita loves Smart Points. I can definitely see her doing Smart Points. I'm really leaning towards Smart Points. I think the purple plan is intriguing me just because I've done more research on it. Now, if it was Simply Filling, I can't do Simply Filling. That is not structured enough for me at this point. I think it's a great maintenance plan maybe for me, kind of like Freestyle, but I'm looking for more structure. So I'm really leaning towards green or possibly purple. I don't know if purple is doable for me long term, but it's very, very intriguing, especially since I've been kind of trying it out. Anita says she loves Simply Filling. Patty Collins is a Smart Points girl too. Mickey R says, is exercise required while on this diet program? Mickey, activity is very much encouraged by WW. Nothing is really required because different people have different, things that they can do, mobility issues and that sort of thing. But they do really stress sort of that idea of activity, and they do reward you with activity points when you do get out and get active. So, oh, I got you. Very good. Mickey is over in the UK? Charlene says that she thinks that Smart Points or the green program would be great for her during the winter months. Yeah, definitely. Pat Wilson lost 50 pounds on Smart Points, which is the green program, and then gained back 10 back on Freestyle. JLB, Anita cracks me up. Yes, Anita makes my day on a daily basis. She and I chit chat pretty frequently, so I love her. Debbie Scott says, I'm sure the presentation for this has all been worked out and the coaches are going to go over what, and I don't know, that was a typo. Our leader has been using a written sheet more and more recently. Oh, interesting. My Weight Watcher coach, they don't use any sort of written material. And I think that I remember back in the day, they had written programs for us. And I liked that. I thought that was very interesting. I really like the old, I think I've shown you guys, I like the old weeklies that have a little bit more information in them. This is an old weekly, for example. This is from Smart Point days. The newer stuff from Freestyle right now is a lot more, basic. I don't mind it. I like the recipes. So this is like a weekly from a Freestyle meeting. And I like that there are these really nice cardstock recipes, but they don't have quite as much information and substance as the old program materials. Here's the thing, though. I don't think they're going to be going back to multi-page program materials because, they're trying to go green and save paper, just like with the magazine, things are going digital. So I doubt that they're going to do that. So anyway, Kat has her meeting tomorrow. Anita says she feels like the recipes are too difficult. Hello, Cole. Let's see. J Singer says that she tries to eat 2 veggies for each fruit, and it helps her limit fruit. Debbie Scott, I miss the old books as well. So I hope that that helped you all. If you have any other questions, I think that it's very much upfront and pretty simple to understand in terms of smart points if you've done it before. If you haven't done smart points before, this will help give you a little bit of information. Just know that you're going to get more daily points to work with, but your 0-point food list is going to shrink. Okay, so that kind of gives you a little idea there. I know I have people online saying that they're, getting anxious or whatever. Nothing to be anxious about. I'm going to go and review the programs for you. I'm going to go to my meeting and bring the materials home and walk through stuff again with you guys. And we're just going to do it together. It's going to be fun. Let's be positive and have fun with this whole thing. I'm like super duper excited, as you all can tell. And Debbie, you're so welcome. You're going to go back to green. I love it. Cole, that's very unfortunate. I'm sorry about that. We're just going to have to say goodbye to you, my friend. Binti lost 57 pounds on Smart Points, and then you gained on Freestyle, but I'm happy to be back. Anita. Pat Wilson, I am hearing that the week of November 10th, I've also heard that they're not going to do a day-by-day rollout. What that means is with Freestyle, you got the program materials on the day that you weighed in. So like if you weigh in on Friday, you had to wait all the way until Friday to get your program materials. From what I'm hearing, the app is going to switch over on that Sunday for everybody. And then we'll all get the program materials as we, if you're online, you'll get it immediately. If you go to meetings, you'll get it at meetings, which is another great reason to have some information ahead of time. So when you get your app on a Sunday, but you don't weigh in until Friday, you can be like, oh yeah, what did I hear about in terms of this program? And you've got a little bit more information from those of us here on YouTube and over on Instagram that are, doing the research for you. So, oh boy, let's see. Sharon is team green. Donna is team green. Yeah, so I want to put over in the comments and let me know right now, if you had to pick a program right now, this is just a little quiz, which one sounds like it resonates with you, that you feel like, I would really like to try that. I want to stick with Freestyle. I love Freestyle. Or I want more structure. I want to go back to green, or purple is just intriguing to me and I want to try purple. Let me know. I'm seeing a lot of green. Kat D is a purple person. That's cool. I'm really interested to see how people do on the purple plan. Like, I'm just fascinated by that. Lots of green. A lot of people going back to Smart Points. Rachel's going to try purple. I love it. Michelle is going to stick with Freestyle because you've had amazing results. Michelle, you have worked that program and you are my hero. Melissa is going to try green. Belinda is going to try green. Oh, I'm sorry. Melissa, you're going to try purple. And Belinda is going to try green. JLB's been journaling with me. I love it. MG is sticking to Freestyle. She lost 55 pounds. And you guys know that I am so great. I am like so behind people that are into Freestyle. I totally get it. I feel like if you work the program, that's great. What I want to see in the Weight Watchers community is that we support each other no matter what program you're using. I had a very negative experience years ago over on the Weight Watcher message boards. There were some threads over there that just got, they sounded very harassing and sort of bullying towards each other. And I feel like whatever program you pick, pick it, enjoy it, be positive about it, and then let's support each other in the whole thing and try to remain positive. Okay. So, Michelle, I know. Michelle, yes, the message boards, the old WW message boards were really, really rough. I will never forget, I posted on there, I had come back from Disney World. I'd been there all day with my kids, and this is back before we had our Fitbits and our step counters and all of that. And I asked if I could count activity points, if I could count activity or calculate activity points, and what should I calculate for walking all day with 2 children. I was by myself with my 2 kids back when I used to live in Orlando, and I had, I had passes, and so I would take them frequently, and I just wanna know, can I give myself some activity points for walking all day long? And people just went off on me about how that's just regular walking and that you can't count activity. I mean, it got nasty, and then people were arguing with each other, and I was like, "Okay, never mind. Let me just calculate this myself." So you do? Michelle, maybe you and I were were we on the board at the same time? That's crazy. Binti says that her friends loves freestyle and has lost 25 pounds. I've heard a lot of really good things about freestyle. In fact, one of my subscribers said, she feels like people are going to leave freestyle and then come back, and that's very possible. You may decide for 1 week that you want to try purple or green, and then you're like, no, I really did enjoy freestyle. So I think it's going to be very personalized. Weight Watchers says, I know a lot of you have said, if you work the plan will work. Weight Watchers said in this newest material, they realize that not every plan works for every person. And that's the first time I've ever really seen that. I used to be what's called a boot camp buddy back when I lost 70 pounds years ago on the original point counting programs. And we were very adamant that you stick to the plan, and that if you stick to the plan, you'll lose the weight. And sometimes, we just didn't understand people that just couldn't stick to a real regimented plan. And I think Weight Watchers has looked at that and said, well, let's come up with 3 different, versions and make it fun and let people pick and try different things. So I'm excited about that. Yeah, I think so too, Michelle, for sure. Mickey says that you struggled with your weight most of your life. You're in your 30s, you're disabled, and you get stressed. Oh, yeah, for sure. And stress definitely causes the weight to just, what stress does. It increases cortisol, you guys. So we can put on weight a little bit faster for sure. Donna's going to do eye track bites, the smart points until the new one comes out, but still going to Weight Watchers. Yes, and I have my friend Lisa over at From Dumpy to Diva. She's here. She is one of the eye track bites coaches and very knowledgeable about, she does calorie counting, but very knowledgeable. She's a Weight Watcher as well. She used to do Simply Filling. So go check her channel out as well. Jay Singer says, encouraging people to think for themselves helps us build better habits. I totally agree. So I'm very excited about the changes. Thanks everybody for tuning in. If you all want me to review Freestyle, I'm happy to go over what, I see right now for Freestyle if you all would like that. It's from what I can see, there's no changes. So if you're doing Freestyle, enjoy. There's lots of videos here on YouTube from lots of different YouTubers on freestyle, how to do freestyle, how to start freestyle, how to shop for freestyle, how to cook for freestyle. But if you want to hear me, go through the new program material on freestyle, then, leave me a comment down below. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up over on somewhere on the thumbs up thing, just so I know I'm on the right track with content for you all. And I may or may not be able to check in tomorrow. I have my vlog from yesterday halfway edited, so I'm going to try to get that done, and that will either go up tonight or in the morning, where I tried purple plan. Let me just check and see if there's anything else. You're welcome, Kim. Thank you for watching. Hi, Wanderless Soul. You're welcome, Donna. Oh, good. Good, Mickey. Thank you for being a new subscriber. Welcome to my new subscribers. Hi, F Meow, my friend. I'm glad you're enjoying. You're welcome, Belinda. Louise, thank you so much. You're welcome. Good to see you all. Have a great night. Have a great weekend. I'll see you all later. Stay in orbit. Bye. I can never figure out how to get out of here. Okay, end stream. Amy.